so this sequence is very good for opening the hip joint, is also excellent for remedying the knocked knees syndrome. So if the knees are collapsing in, the sequence is going to be good for activating the glutes and strengthening the glutes, and also lengthening the inner aspect of the thigh and strengthening the outer aspect of the thigh. So let's get started. So we'll start on all fours and we'll wake up the spine gently through cat-cows. Looking up, dropping the belly, and exhaling, rounding the spine, dropping the head, tucking the pelvis, release the neck. Inhale, look up, open through the chest, open through the shoulders, send the sit bones back, drop the belly, relax the belly. Inhale, round, Halloween cat. Release the neck, release the face. Around the shoulders, around the spine. Release the toes on the floor. Inhale, look up, open through the clavicles, open through the chest, roll the shoulders back. And then from here we'll come into child's pose. So toes touching, the butt goes towards the heels. And then from here we'll open up the right leg to the side. So feel into the inner aspect of the right thigh. The right toes are pointed towards your face. Try to release the chest here towards the floor just as much as you can. Release the forehead to the ground if it reaches. If you're only here, that's fine too, as long as you're feeling any sensations on the inner aspect of the thigh here. Big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the nose. Inhale nose, exhale nose. Feeling for any sensations that are coming up. Staying present with the body and noticing when the mind is drifting away into some other thought pattern. Just gently bringing the mind back to the present moment, to what's happening here and now. Inhale nose, exhale nose. Keep pulling the toes towards the face, active feet. And then getting ready to switch. So inhaling, coming up, bring that foot back. And then I'll show you from the other side. So now left leg extending sideways, sitting back down. Heel. Start releasing the body, feeling into the inner left thigh. Inhale nose, exhale nose, release the chest, release the belly button, release the face. Feeling into the left inner leg. And when you're ready, slowly let's transition into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. So maybe we'll start with pedaling the heels down one at a time. If the heels don't reach the ground, no problem. Stay here with bent knees. Allow the low ribs to touch upper thighs. As long as the spine is straight and is elongated. Or if it's in the hamstrings today, keep pedaling out the heels one at a time. Maybe both come resting towards the floor. Rolling the shoulders out, away from the ears. Rolling the wrists in. Inhaling nose, exhaling nose. We're here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to step the left foot forward between the palms. And then gently transitioning into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So left foot pointing 12 o'clock, right foot pointing 3 o'clock, perpendicular feet, and then engaging the left leg, engaging the left glute. You're going to come up with the strength of the left leg, and then gently rest your left palm somewhere around the left calf. And slowly opening up, right palm to the ceiling, rolling the right shoulder back, looking up to the right thumb. 5 breaths here. 1, 2. Micro bend in the left knee. 3, 4, 5. Bending the left knee a lot, engaging the left glute, coming up with that strength. Closing your left foot, opening the right foot. So this time, right foot 12 o'clock, left foot 9 o'clock. Right palm resting somewhere close to the right calf. Tiny micro bend in the right knee, no locking out the joints, no dumping the weight on the right joint here. Micro bend, opening the left palm. Gaze is resting on the left thumb. Keep rolling that left shoulder back. Gaze to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bending the right knee a lot. Engage the right glute. Come up with that strength. And then opening up the left foot. And then looking at your feet here. So make sure they're around 45 degrees out. And then the knees tracking. I'm going to come sit down into goddess pose, or also called the gate pose or the sumo squat. And then the palms have options. You can either bring into Anjali Mudra in front of the heart, can rest them on your thighs, can rest the palms on the waist, whatever feels good here. So maybe you can close the eyes. 10 breaths. So 1, 2, keep pulling the belly button in, tucking the pelvis. 3, 4, 5, 6, nose breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, start coming up. And then we go down one more time. And then this time, palms overhead, side bends. Left, exhale. Inhale, center. Right, exhale. Inhale, center. Left, exhale. Inhale, center. Right, exhale. Inhale, center. Palms will rest on the knees. Drop the right shoulder down. Bend the left elbow. Look up towards the ceiling, just above the left shoulder. 1, 2. Keep pressing the knees away. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come back up to the center. Switch the sides. Drop left shoulder down. Right elbow bends. 1. Looking up over the right shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the legs. From here, we're going to go into Skandasana, so side lunges. We'll bend the left knee. Straighten the right leg. If you're here today, that's totally fine. If you want to go lower, you go lower. Maybe the right foot comes up, toes pointing. Resting here, 5 breaths. So 1. Keep pressing the left knee with your left elbow. 2, 3, 4. If you fall, that's okay. Doesn't matter. And 5, engage the left glute. Come up with the strength of your left glute. Transition to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay low. Transition to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay low. Slow transition. 1, 2, 3. Left toes active. 4 and 5. Let's move into downward dog. Super slow. Take your time. Step your left foot back. Send the chest into the knees. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, we're going to transition into frog pose. So you have options. You can go into the full frog, knees down, opening up the inner thighs on both sides. And then you're just gonna slide the knees away from each other. And then looking back, making sure there's a 90-degree angle here in the hip joint, here, knee joint, and the ankle joint. So everything's perpendicular 90 degrees. If this is too much for where you are now, you'll do one leg at a time. So let's say your right leg is in half frog. Your left leg is long behind you. And then you're resting your left cheek down. And then halfway through, you can switch. I'm going to try to do the full-on frog. So you can start with the chest lifted. And with time, start coming down onto the elbows. Closer to the floor. But always making sure you're not too far forward and you're not too far back, because then that's child's pose. You want to be just right in the middle. So pelvis and knee in the same line. And then the knee is 90 degrees, ankle 90 degrees. And start following your breath here. As you inhale, pay attention to the inhale. As you exhale, pay attention to the exhale. And then maybe with time you notice the body is shifting forward unconsciously, or maybe shifting back. Just always bringing the pelvis back into neutral center line, aligned with the knees. And slowly, slowly coming up. You can always pause here and stay here for much longer if you wish. Gently, gently bringing everything back. And we transition into seated forward fold. You're going to extend your right leg long, toes looking at your face. You can bend at the left knee, bring your left heel into the pelvis. And then from here, come into a forward fold over the right knee. So the first thing we'll do is we'll align the chest towards the knee. So pivoting first, finding that alignment. And then thinking of bringing the chest towards the ankle rather than head towards the knee. Think of bringing chest to the ankle, so elongating from the pelvis. And then if you're here, you stay here. If you want, you can reach for the foot. Hold on to the foot with one arm, both arms. And again, thinking of chest towards the ankle. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2. Trying to keep the left hip rooted down. 3, 4, 5. Stay for the exhale. Inhale brings you up slowly. You can fold the right foot in. And here in the middle, as a transitioning pose, we'll do the butterfly, Baddha Konasana. So you can sit on a pillow, on a little bolster, or on a block here. You can start opening the feet to opening the ankles. And then maybe folding forward again, thinking of chest towards the feet rather than head all the way down. So folding just as far as you go. Maybe the elbows press into the calves gently, no pushing, no pain, not going into the territory of pain or acute sensations. I'm breathing here, 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up. You're going to keep the right foot folded. Extend the left leg. And then same thing, we're going to align the chest towards the left knee. So pivot, pivot. We'll start feeling sensations in the right side waist here, so that's good, stay with that. And then once you align the center of the heart towards the ankle, start folding from deep in the pelvis. You're executing the fold rather than from the waist. And then if you're here, staying here, again, the sensations here in the right waist will increase. So keep softening the body through the breath, through the nose. And again, maybe you're holding the foot and always thinking chest towards the ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay for the exhale. Inhale brings you back. And then from here, feel free to come into Shavasana. Relax on the floor. Maybe you'll bring a bolster or something underneath the knees to elevate the knees and to relax the low back into the ground. So finding final resting position on the ground. And start relaxing the heels into the floor. Relaxing the calves into the floor. Releasing the back of the knee into the ground. Take up space with the arms. Releasing the glutes. And pelvis is heavy. Softening the belly. Softening the skin of the belly. And softening the back ribs into the ground. Feeling the upper back melting into the floor. Shoulders moving closer into the ground. Resting the elbows, resting the wrists. Letting the fingers curl in their natural position. Slowly melting the body into the ground. Surrender to the floor. Surrender to the earth. Feel held by the earth that supports you. And starting to take deeper breaths into the belly, introducing little movements into the fingers and toes. Whenever you're ready, you can roll onto your right side. Bring the knees into the chest. And then whenever you're ready, pressing your left palm into the floor, gently, gently come up. Thank you for practicing with me and spending your time with me. Let me know how it went for you.